Hello everyone and welcome back to Papers, Please. This is part 2 of our Let's Play. And hopefully I should have changed up the settings for our audio, so you should be able to hear me slightly, if not much better now. Not only did I decrease the music volume, but I did decrease the sounds as well, so you should be able to hear me much easier now, which should hopefully make the experience overall much more enjoyable to watch, and it's not piping music and sounds and such like that. So we're going to continue right from where we left off, so let's go ahead and read what we need to do today. So it says stricter credential requirements have now been instituted. Our Stotskin citizens must show their ID card. Foreigners must secure and present a valid entry permit, and entry tickets are no longer sufficient. So for any foreigners, they need the permit, and our Stotskin citizens have to have their ID card. And it says a new chapter detailing document features have been added to the rulebook. Check all information thoroughly, which we'll do regardless. Deny any applicants with discrepant documents, and refer to the audio transcript to correlate entrance statements. So it's referring to this little piece of paper I noted last episode, and it will show, I will demonstrate if we need to, any discrepancies here. We'll take a look at that if needed, and it will come into use. So that's all for today. This again just shows what we got here, and nothing important on the news today, so we are all good. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the rulebook really quick, and as you can see, there's now a new content chapter called Documents. So you can take a look and see the ID card. These are, of course, our Stotskin only. So it says here that is issued to all our Stotskin citizens, so every person should have one. And we have to make sure that these districts are correct today, so again, you know, you want to be on the lookout for any typos, or if it's just blatantly not one of the districts, you're going to have to be careful with that. And let me go take a look at the ID card. Oh wait, that's what we just looked at, apologies. Let's go ahead and take a look at the entry permit. So it must have one of these seals. If it doesn't have one of these, it's going to be a problem. And you can see it's located right here. It shows on the permit. So you're going to want to be on the lookout for these. Then you know that, excuse me, Jesus. If it does not have one of these seals, you know that the entry permits are forged or they're not official. So let's go ahead and look back here. Basic rules. It is actually updated that the foreigners have to have an entry permit instead of the ticket. And it also shows that the citizens must have an ID card. So that's what we're going to have to be on the lookout for today, guys. So let's go ahead, open our shutters for the first time this episode, get things started. Alright, so we have this guy up first. So this guy's from Grestin. Says the purpose of his trip is immigrating. So his purpose, if you take a look here, he is immigrating. So duration forever. And he has entered by this day, so that's okay. Now we're actually going to have to take a look here at the passport number. We're going to make sure that they match and that the names match. And as you can see, that is actually one of the correct entry permits, so his entry permit is all okay. So now we're just going to take a look at this. So this is all good. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Grestin, because I do not have a good time remembering these. Lorndaz is good. Let's make sure the pictures match up. And this guy is good to go. Let's go ahead and enter him into Glory Greatest or Stotska. Alright, as you can see, yep, everything was good. So, no discrepancies. Alright, so the purpose of their trip is for transit. Couple days, 2 days, that's fine. So this person has entered on time. And their passport, let's take a look at that. They are matching. Again, I would do this just in case anything happens. You know, sometimes you'll miss typos. And you know what? Those are the things that get me. So if we look, Enkyo, good. Make sure the pictures match. Yup, they sure do. That matches. Let's make sure her name matches as well. I don't remember if I already did this, so she's good to come on in. Get those back to her. Again, with the entry permits and all that, you do need to give everything back to the person, at least until further notice. So as you can see here, they have the entry ticket and they need the permits. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. You have no entry permit. I have a ticket here, so unfortunately can't let her through. Sorry. As my guy says, ticket isn't anymore. Permit now. Rules have been updated. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. So it says they are visiting. How long? Couple of weeks, okay. Alright, they have entered by this day. They are good. Let's make sure the passport numbers are correct. And the names. Alright, and then let's make sure their faces match. Their names match. He appears to be male. Let's go ahead and look at Republia. Boston, good. This guy is good to come in. There you go. Alright. We have this lady. Let's see what she's got. What's the purpose of your trip? We'll visit my son. 6 months. However, unfortunately, the enter date is past, so we're gonna have to call that out on a discrepancy. And you could let her through, but I'm just going with the rules here. You can play through this game however you want to, but I'm gonna get a citation if I let her through, and I want to be able to make as much money as possible. So this lady's coming through for transit for 2 weeks. That matches up. She is entered by the correct day. Let's make sure the passports match up, which they appear to. And her names appear to be correct. Gonna take a look here. Okay, so I think I did this already. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna put you there. However, that does not look like a male. Let's interrogate this, as the document says, and we still don't have a way to verify this, so we're gonna have to deny her. Again, at these early stages, it's best to deny people, because if you let them through with false information, you're gonna get penalized. So it says she's moving here. Let's go take a look at the passport numbers. Correct. And the names, uh-oh, they're not matching. My name was changed recently. So look, this is one thing we could do. And make sure she's not wrong. Uh-oh, no known alias. So, if you look at this, still discrepancy. Well, it says she has no known alias, so we're going to have to deny her. So yes, in a case like that where there's multiple names, you're going to be able to fingerprint them. It's going to tell you that. Look who's back. So we have this guy, obviously a fake ID. So let's just go ahead and say that you need an entry permit. Statska is still the best country for sure. Well, unfortunately, we cannot let him through, because not only is that passport fake, the country isn't real, and he doesn't have a permit. So he's gonna come back later. Funny man, funny man. Okay, so we have our Statska. Here we go. We're gonna look at our first guy. So if you want to go ahead and look here, the weight has to match, which they do. 75 kilograms. Height 164, so we're going to check that, make sure it's correct. Yep. And you're going to want to check that date of birth too, make sure the names match. And let's go ahead and take a look at the regional maps, our Statska, and the districts, Octavalis. That's okay. Okay. So let's take a look. Let's make sure the pictures match, just so they appear to do. Yep. Let's go ahead and put that out of the table, get that out of the way. So Orvech Vonner, good. He's not expired. check the faces. This guy's good to come in. Everything's matching according to his credentials. Perfect. Alright, papers, please. Let's take a look here. Purpose of your trip. Visit. How long? Couple weeks, okay. So they have entered by the correct day. They visited for 2 weeks to make sure the passports match up. And that's the end of the day, so okay, we can take as much time as we need here. So their names are matching, so everything on here is good. Now, let's take a look here. Ooh, these pictures look a bit different. Let's see. The years have been cruel. Look, with this one we can fingerprint again. Okay. Whoops, we don't need that. Okay, let me make sure. No correlation. How do we know? Emma Yeoman. I'm actually a bit confused here. I don't know. How do we... No correlation. How do we... Okay, we're just gonna assume that this is okay. Alright, let's go through everything else. I'm a bit confused there. At least now with our tools that we don't really have a good way of showing that any of that is incorrect. So let's just hope we don't get a citation. Oh, you know what? We could have checked the fingerprints. Oh, it's okay. We're good. We're all good. Okay, so the rent has gone up. And all of them are cold and hungry, so we are going to give them food and heat tonight, and we're going to get medicine to ourselves. We don't want them to die. So as you can see, by not doing food and heat every day, we save quite a bit of money. We're at $65. And the more people you get through the checkpoint, the more money you make. So going quick is very helpful, but you don't want to get citations. Because if you get citations, you're going to get money docked from you, so you don't want to be too quick that you're not working efficiently, but you're going to need to go as quickly as possible. Here's something that we want to pay attention to. So Vince Lestrade, his whereabouts are unknown, has likely fled the Republic, so it's a track star wanted for murder. So this is one of the things you're going to have to pay attention to. So this guy could be coming through the checkpoint today. And if we see him, there's actually, as it says here, you are now authorized to detain suspicious individuals. So basically what that means, anyone that's suspicious, you can detain them. Send them to jail. Interrogate discrepancies to enable detention option. Obviously you don't want to arrest anyone, no one that's too suspicious, but you know, if it's a simple error, you probably don't want to detain them. I mean, you can, but it depends on when the option comes up. You can detain them. I might, but not for everyone. Again, this is going to show, and it is going to show Vince Lestrade here, so we're going to be on the lookout for Vince Lestrade. And if he's here, we can detain him, or at least we should be given the option to. So let's go ahead and put this on. Get out our rule book. There's no new rules. We just are allowed to detain people now. So let's go ahead and open the shutters. We'll get our next customer in here. Let's see who we have. Alright. So the purpose of the trip, they are immigrating. Perfect. They have entered by the correct day, but uh-oh. Their passport numbers aren't matching. So we actually get the detain option. And she says, don't arrest me. So, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit nice. Let's go ahead and detain. Or, sorry, not detain. We're going to just deny her. Maybe it was a mistake. So, yeah, you do have that option. Like I said, you can just deny them, or you don't, or you can detain them, just depending on how you're feeling. So let's go ahead. I remember Octavallis is good. So let's go ahead and make sure the names match. Date of births, they match. Let's see, make sure his height matches. And he is 84 kilos, so Everything's good there. Now look, this is one you gotta be looking on out for. East Grestin, East Preston. Here's a problem. Again, typos. Bad news. Now we can detain this guy. I'm just gonna deny him. No big deal. I don't know if you get any additional money for detaining people, but I'm just gonna be a bit more nice. So he is transit for how long? A couple weeks, okay. So he's entered by the correct day. Let's make sure these numbers are correct. Hold on a second. Vince Lestrade. Look at this. Look what you can do. Discrepancy. You are Vince Lestrade. Damn. Look, I did not kill her. I was set up. Do not believe the Republican lies. So this one I'm actually am going to detain her. And look, they come on through. Officers. And they detain him. They're going to take him right up here to this alleyway. So we got Vince Lestrade. Look at that. We're going to put him up and raise those up again. Okay. So she is immigrating. She is entered by the correct day. Let's take a look here. And our passports are matching. She has the correct name. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, yes, there is a... The names don't match. So she has multiple names. Let's check it. Let's see if she does. And so she actually wasn't lying. She does have 2 names, so if she has an alias, it's okay. Let's make sure the fingerprints match. So this is another thing you can do. Matching data. Okay. Okay, so that discrepancy has been cleared. Her entry permit's okay. Alright, let's take a look here. Make sure the pictures match, which they do. Female, that matches. So let's go ahead and go back to Kolechia. Yurko City, good. Alright, she's good to come through. Boom. Alright. As you can see, no discrepancy because we cleared it. We verified that she does have an alias, and you're going to have to be careful with that. So this guy's passing through for 2 days. Okay, so he is entered by the correct day. His passports are matching. He is the correct name, so we're going to put this aside. Let's take a look at the United Federation. Great Rapid, good. Male, let's make sure these pictures match. Male, so this person is A-okay. Next person. Alright, let's take a look here. So they are transiting. 14 days. Okay, so they've entered by the correct day. Passport number is correct. I'm just going to double check this one. Yep. Okay, so this person is good there. Hold on a second. Pictures are fine, but male... Let's see here. As the document says. And it still hasn't given us the option yet, so we're going to have to deny them. Later in the game, you'll actually be able to take a photo of them, and you can see whether they are male or female. But we don't have that option yet, which is unfortunate, so we can't verify that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. Plan to work for 8 weeks, which is 2 months. Okay. Take a look here. Good. Good. Alright. And let's see here. Uh-oh, I see a problem. Expired passports. Let's see, one of these is no big deal, so they don't give you a detain option. You can just deny them. So hopefully we'll be able to get one more person in. Maybe after this guy, we'll have to see. What's the purpose of your trip? So it looks like they are immigrating. Okay, so they have entered by the correct day. Passport. Oops. Come on. There we go. Alright, the name is correct. Let's take a look here. I almost thought that was expired, but it's not. Okay, good. Male. Let's look at Antegria. Galorian. So this guy is good to come in. Perfect. Thank you so much. Please be kind to my wife. She's right after me. Take a look at her wife. We'll see what happens. Alright. Uh-oh. Made it through, yes. So, this lady's from Antegria, but she doesn't have the permit. Maybe she's just holding it. Let's see. Please, I beg you, they would not give me a permit. I have no choice. I will be killed if I return to Antegria. And see, this is one of those choices you have to make if you are going to follow the rules or not. And unfortunately, I want to follow the rules here. So let's go ahead and give it back to her. I'm very sorry. Alright, let's take a look at this lady. She is transiting for how long? 2 days. Perfect. She's entered by the correct day. Let's take a look here. And take a look at the names. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's take a look at Oberstrand. That horn scared me. I was like, what the hell? Okay, so marriageaness, that is okay. Female. Alright, perfect. And it looks like her data is all matching. And one thing I like about this game is that all the passports from the different countries look different. So, you know, Oberstrand looks different from, let's say, the United Federation or Statska. All the passports look different, and it makes sense. But I like that little detail. And look at this, booth upgrade available, space key to toggle, inspect mode. We're actually going to really want that. So we're going to equip that and not pay for food or heat this day. So we're going to go ahead and do one more day and then end off the video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And look at this, Vince Lestrade apprehended in Grestin. Track champ looks quite guilty now. Jobs few becoming fewer. So it is showing that he was arrested, which is pretty good. We caught him. And the funny thing is I believe his documents were all correct, so he could have gotten through. But you know what? We paid attention to the news, and that's why you want to take a look at the news, you know? It's very important that you keep an eye on that and see potential criminals that are coming through the checkpoint. Alright, so let's take a look at today. So it says the Ministry of Labor has instituted a special program to control immigrant labor. Travelers entering for work require a valid work pass. So any workers that are coming through for work, I think we saw one person coming for work, but they need a work pass. Everyone else is okay. And so here, we don't have anything we should look out for. Vince Lestrade has already been apprehended, and these aren't anything helpful. So let's go ahead and put this away. If we take a look at our basic rules, it does show workers must have a work pass. Let's go ahead and open this up. And next, here we go. So as you can see, this guy must be coming into work. So as you can see, that there's a lot of stuff you gotta look at. So this guy's coming in for work, and he said for a few months. That's okay. Let's start off with the entry permit. If we just start off one by one, we'll be okay. Let's take a look here. Matching data for that. Take a look at that. This matches with that. Okay, so permit's good. Let's get that out of here. We don't really need these. And this is good. This is invalid. The field isn't important right now. And we do actually want to look. Let's go documents, work pass. You have to make sure that label's good too, which it is. It's this one right here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set this aside. And then we can do our usual. We're going to check his face, make sure it's good. Matching data, good. And then take a look at the regional map for Oberstrand and Skull. So this guy is good to go. So again, you have to give everything back to him. And you know what? I forgot you can press space now to do this. We got that upgrade. It's pretty helpful not going to click here, and we can just space to open it like that. Okay, so this person is coming in for work for half a year, 6 months. Perfect. Oh, here. Ah, another pink vice lady. Alright, we're going to set that aside. They've entered by the correct day. Let's see here. Bearing passport number, correct. Name, correct. Name, correct. Okay, we're going to set that aside. She said for food service until this day. Good. Alright, let's take a look at everything else. Names are matching. Female. Her document isn't expired. Let's take a look at Obastran. Merginus. Perfect. She's good to go. Please help me. A man named Danny Ludum promised me and my sister good work in Arstotzka. I do not trust him. I'm afraid he will take my passport and force me to work at a something. I can't tell what that says. He is in line today. Please do something. So we're going to set this aside here and keep that in mind. We might be able to do something about that. Let's see him. So this guy's come to work as well. He's here for 2 months. Perfect. He's entered by the correct day. Let's make sure that passport's good. Names are good. Awesome. Work permit, good. That isn't expired. Let's make sure these match. And that work pass is valid. Alright, and let's go ahead and take a look. I'm gonna pull up Kolechia. Yurko City, good. Let's make sure the pictures match. Yep. Mail, perfect. His document's in date. This is not Danny Ludum, so let's go ahead and accept this guy. Oop, there you go. Alright, so we have a lady here. All of these guys are coming for work. This is pretty funny. Alright, so they're coming to work for 12 weeks, aka 3 months, that they've entered by the correct day. Take a look at that number. Good. And one thing I noticed on her passport, it says that she's male. Let's see if that's true. And it still doesn't give us the option, so I'm just going to have to deny her, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, look who it is. It's this guy. Alright, he actually got a visa now. Or sorry, the actual passport. So, unfortunately, you still need an entry permit, buddy. So yeah, he's just gonna say you're funny. I'm gonna have to deny him because he doesn't have the right stuff. So he is complimenting us for doing our job. That's very good. Let's go ahead. Take a look at who's next. We have a lady here from import. She wants to move. So since she's just immigrating, she doesn't need that worker's pass, so it's okay. Makes our job a little bit easier. The data is matching. Alright, so the entry permit, good. Her face, good. Female, yes. Documents are in date. And let's make sure that import is in Yako. Okay, she's good. And that one's much simpler. So as long as we didn't miss anything, we should be good. Alright. Appears we are good. Let's take a look here. Hello, friend. I come down, I give you a good girl, and if we take a look here, Danny Ludum. Discrepancy. We can actually interrogate him about this. Dari. We actually have the option to detain him, so you know what? I'm gonna do that. Yep. So, that one we're actually going to do. Thank you for the notes. So let's go. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Just closed it right back on him. Okay. Alright, so this guy's from Arstotzka. Again, since he is actually a citizen, he doesn't need a worker's pass. We don't need any of that. And nor does he need the permit because he is a citizen. So let's make sure everything is in date. Okay, everything is good there. Actually, let's check and make sure the CEO, yep. Okay, so everything is good on that end. Okay, let's make sure he's male. Matching data. Paradinza, good. Okay, so this guy's good to come in. Perfect. Next person. Actually, I'm gonna take this and set it right over here. Alright. So he's coming to visit for a few weeks. Okay, so again, this guy's not working, so he doesn't need the worker's pass. Alright, so that is good. Everything is good on here. Let's take a look, make sure these pictures match. Yep. Male, good. Alright, let's take a look at the things. Okay, so he is good to come in. Let's do this. Good job, buddy. Oh, I was just barely able to get one more person in. Look at that. So the thing ticked. Okay, so she is visiting for 8 weeks. Okay. Perfect. Uh-oh. If we take a look here, that guy we just let in. Oh, he was a suicide bomber. And we had no way of telling, unfortunately, because we don't have enough security. So the day was cut short by a terrorist attack. My son is sick and needs medicine, so we're gonna go ahead and click all these. Look at that. Human trafficking ring shut down. Grestin checkpoint officer nabs mastermind. Look at that. That's the guy we detained, so this is actually a good thing that we did that. So apparently this person does human trafficking, so again, another thing you want to be on the lookout for, so you can actually do pretty good things here. Alright. And that is where we are going to end off the video, everybody. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. Have a good day.